Hey Earth signs, welcome back to my channel. This is Jen with Lighthouse Oracle bringing you the energy forecast for the upcoming week. So this is for all of my Earth signs, whether you are a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. So we're going to start off with some tarot cards to get an idea of what the incoming energy is going to look like, and then we're going to get some additional messages with oracle cards and advice. And we're also going to be doing charms as well. So this is for the week of, what day is it today? My goodness. So this is all the way till the 14th. So from whenever you're watching this, all the way till the 14th of March. So Sunday. Whoa, interesting. New beginnings. Okay. Don't scroll away yet. Oh. Ooh, this is cool. Okay. The energies are coming out. Did it want to come out? Okay, it didn't want to come out in reverse. Okay. What other energies coming in? All of the decks that I use in my readings can be found in the description box down below. Whoa, this is some major energy. And I'm not getting this in a bad way by any means. So I know you see, if you see the death card and the devil card here, it may be a bit triggering, but this is actually quite amazing, like in the best way. Is there anything else? Okay. We're going to, okay, I'm gonna take these. I'm gonna take these two top ones. Yep. So we have the Death card, the Lovers, the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, the Devil, the Six of Cups, the Two of Swords, and the Page of Swords. So I will just take the Nine of Wands too, because I feel like these are kind of the same message, so I'm actually gonna stack it up once I'm done talking about it, but these all seem like similar energies to me. But let's put the tarot to the side now. So Earth signs, very interesting energy coming in. I'm definitely getting like new beginning type of an energy, especially with the Death card coming out in the forefront. This may have to do with matters of the heart, with the Lovers following suit. So there may be a new beginning in terms of a romantic connection, a love, more romantic, connection with someone else. Because the Death card often resembles the ending, but whenever there's whenever there is an ending, there's also a new beginning. And I'm noticing, with all of this gray here, there's like the sun right above the horizon. So it's kind of like seeing a new dawn, looking towards a new light. And I can definitely see that shining, that sun rising again in terms of matters of the heart, or something you've been working really hard to. The Seven of Pentacles typically resembles hard work, delayed success, but this could also be impatience in terms of, how fast do you want this new start to go? And with the Devil here, I'm definitely getting, it's interesting because the Devil and the Lovers have very similar imagery. One's more shadowy, of course, with, the horns and the bat wings, and one's a little bit more angelic. And I definitely see this as like we can't rush new growth. You can't force the sun to rise any faster than it's going. Just as you can't force a flower or a tree to bloom tomorrow. And I feel like that's why the Seven of Pentacles is in the middle and it's in reverse of these two, the Lovers and the Devil here, because, as much as you want this this beautiful romantic connection to blossom, it does require patience, hard work. It does require you to nurture that energy a bit. And so when you're rushing it, it kind of turns it from this loving, unconditional loving energy to an energy of need, and an energy of an addiction, and an energy of I feel like the devil energy here is more ego based, and this is more spiritual, more higher frequency, a bit more. This is just I'm definitely seeing like that yin yang balancing energy. And in order for things to grow, we got to get ourselves out of this bound energy. You see how, okay, imagery is so important here. But if you notice how the Lovers and the Devil, right? The Lovers here, they're together. You know, they're divinely protected. They have, you know, their hands are reaching out towards each other, but there's no chains. So the Devil's energy is like, I'm chained and bound to it. And, you know, it's kind of that I need for this to happen. You know, I'm bound to this for life. Where the Lovers card here is a lot more free-flowing. It's a lot more, you know, I just feel like this more sense of unconditional love, and then this is more conditional with the chains there. So I do see this ending with, this ending has to come from your will to be patient with how things progress. And with the Six of Cups here following suit, it's kind of like asking you to bring in more of that playful, friendly, like childlike energy into the mix. You know, the Six of Cups is very emotionally, like very giving, very nurturing, like lots of gifts. Maybe you have an idea, maybe you want to gift something to somebody. And I definitely see this as, you know, a gift also to your inner child. Addressing those inner child wounds that have you conditioned to feel like this is this. You know what I'm saying? Like, this Lover's energy can only exist if I'm bound to this person. Like, I have to have this particular energy in my life. I am bound to, you know, it's either this way or the highway. And and that's what I'm getting with this, the Devil's energy. And I feel like, you know, when we get older, sometimes we tend to lose the fun in life. We feel like, oh my gosh, now whenever we meet someone, it's all immediate, like, our partners? Are we a thing? You know, it just, we automatically go into that mode of labeling and future planning. And of course it's, you know, one, because of conditioning, our social groups, you know, the people in our certain age groups, people are getting married, people are getting engaged. And so it kind of tends to build that pressure of, oh my gosh, I need to find my person, I need to find my person. And that's where this Devil energy is coming from, is I need to find this person. And whereas, you know, in childhood, you know, there's that sense of, oh, okay, you know, I like your energy, I like playing with you, so I'm gonna hang out with you more. And I feel with the Six of Cups energy is definitely Spirit's way for this coming week to ask you to bring more of this friendly, childlike energy into the mix. And in order to do so would require you to bring more of that energy to your own inner child as well. So bringing that inner child healing. Because when you see this, I see, you know, there's a woman, and I kind of see the child as this person's inner child, and she's giving the gift to her inner child. And I'm definitely feeling that when you give to your inner child also gives back to you. And that's unconditional love, because it's kind of that, you know, what could your inner child have done for you in the past? You know what I mean? And it's kind of like, why do I need to hear my inner child? What does my inner child have to do for me? And it's definitely that, you know, that unconditional love energy. When you can give unconditionally to yourself, it allows you to fill up that cup so that it overflows and you can give to others. And so it doesn't feel like you know, a transactional relationship, like, oh, I did something for you, now you have to do something for me, or I invested so much time in you, so now you have to invest as much time in for me. That's what I'm getting with this energy. Signs, I'm definitely seeing so Scorpio, Gemini with the Lovers, the Devil energy is Capricorn, so there's that Earth energy here, the Seven of Pentacles, Earth. Six of Cups is water energy, some more Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. And then we have the Two of Swords, the Page of Swords, and the Nine of Wands. The Two of Swords, and the reason why I wanted to kind of bunch these up together were because the energies I got from these were very similar in the way that the Two of Swords requires a decision. You know, what kind of an energy do you want to bring into this connection that you want? Now that there's an ending, there's a new beginning, but where do you want the new beginning to go? If you've always been in this kind of devilish ego forward energy of, this is it, I have to have this person and it has to go this way, there's no room for, you know, there's no like loose ends, it's a chain, right? It's not like free flowing. Or do you want to go in a new direction with this same person, but more of an unconditional way, more flowing, see where things go, treating your inner child, you know, bringing up that childlike fun back into the mix. You know, that's decision is completely up to you. Or, and I feel like these are the two decisions. So that's why. So the Two of Swords is those two decisions. Whether you want to keep your boundaries up, you want to keep whatever you've had enclosed in this, you know, behind you, you want to keep it that way, you know, you've worked so hard to maintain this certain set of ideals, these certain rules that you've placed upon yourself, and you want to protect that energy. And I get it. It could be very difficult to go to a new start with unconditional love because the world, unfortunately, is not so kind. So walls and boundaries can be built up. But like I've always said in the past, boundaries, not barriers, right? So you can welcome the gifts of unconditional love without feeling like you are giving more than you're receiving. And that's where the boundaries come from. The boundaries is you are filtering in and out the things that do serve you and the things that do align with your energy, and you are letting go whatever does not fit with your energy. With this Devil card here, it's about, you know, whatever is, it is. You know, you are bound to that energy, no matter if it's good or bad, it's chain. So boundaries is more like free flowing. It's this Lover's energy. You love yourself enough to allow things to ebb and flow as it suits you, your own personal boundaries. Barriers is literally like this Devil energy. It's nope, nothing. Well, it's more like I guess the opposite of the Devil's energy. It's the same energy, just different, where the barrier is literally just a wall. So nothing comes in, nothing gets out, no matter if it's good, bad, healing, whatever kind of energy, is it just hits a wall. So it doesn't come into you. So you're rejecting the bad as well as the good. So you got to make a decision what kind of boundaries you want to keep up moving forward this week. And then we have the Page of Swords here, which is decisive action. You know, the Page of Swords I see is, I'm getting this energy of clear thought. You know, you may be nervous. You may have, because the page isn't the most matured yet. It is not a king or a queen of swords in the suit. It is actually quite a youthful energy, so they could have a bit of a tendency to be impulsive, but also you kind of a bit shy, naive. That's the energy I'm getting, is a bit unsure. The page is kind of like stepping out into adulthood for the first time, that kind of energy. And you know, your choice is, do you want to move forward? But I feel like this Page of Swords is moving forward with determination. That's the energy I'm getting from this, is determination. How do you want to move forward though, right? Do you want to move forward openly? Do you want to communicate clearly? Do you want to open yourself up, or do you want to keep these boundaries, you know? But ultimately the choice is up to you, which is why I wanted to keep these 3 together. So that's interesting. See, so I feel like the incoming energy this week can be so beautiful if you let it, right? It could be filled with childlike wonder. You can bring your imagination back into it. A lot more play. I'm feeling, when I see the Six of Cups, I see play. Kind of that, you know, the type of unconditional love that a child has with, say, like a pet, like a puppy. You know, those, you know, they just play and they just have a good time, and it's not bound to anything. It's not a transactional love. It's definitely more unconditional, and that is very open. That is an option that is available to you, but you have to be determined to see it through. You have to make sure that it doesn't destruct your boundaries in a way that's unhealthy, right? These are, I feel like the devil energy is more of that unhealthy habit, you know, the feeling that it's this way or the highway, that it's, you know, this person or nothing. And that could be coming from, you know, hurts, you know, things that have happened in the past and things that have led you to come this far. Also, because maybe I'm getting a sense of investment. That's where this, you know, kind of addictive energy with this devilish energy comes from. And I'm getting that, you know, oh, I've invested so much time into this person, so now I'm bound to them. No, you're not. You know, or I've invested so much energy into them, but they just drain me. Okay, then you're not bound to them though. I think that's the most important thing, is transactional relationships are so hard. And there is a video by Teal Swan that it was the first video I've ever seen of Teal that I highly, highly recommend. And it talks about transactional relationships and how to get out of them. And it starts with making a clear decision. Do you want to get out of this energy? Is it, you know, do you want to stay in it because it's within your comfort zone? Feeling uncomfortable can be within your comfort zone too, you know what I'm saying? Or is it, you know, do you want this? Do you want this feeling of unconditional love? And it takes patience. It's going to take patience on you. It's going to take patience on the process. It's going to take patience on, you know, sowing the seeds. It's a constant nurturing practice. If you've been in this kind of devilish energy for a long time, I'm getting, you know, Stockholm syndrome a bit. You know, you get attached to this energy because you've been used to it for so long that it's like, who am I without it? And so bringing new habits and new feelings takes time and determination, and keeping those boundaries up, like, nope, this isn't for me, right? Now that you recognize this is not for me, then we want this to come in more. That's the boundaries, but it requires a clear decision. I guess we're gonna do this. Wait, I think this way is good. Okay. Sorry. And it requires hard work on your part, healing that inner child, healing those parts of you that are tied to this energy, so that new dawn comes around, then the seeds you're sowing, the seeds that you're planting are for this new growth. So that's the tarot portion. Let's see what other messages Spirit has for you for this incoming week. Earth signs. This is very, like, I feel like this is turning point energy. We're also getting near the end of Pisces season, and Pisces season is quite emotionally heavy, so a lot of emotions can come up during this time, and it's a perfect time to purge those energies, you know, feel your feelings, let them out, and, you know, move forward with new intentions, with, you know, intentions that heal you and not drain you and not make you feel like you're bound to something. Go where your heart takes you, you know? Let's see, what else? What other messages does Spirit have for our Earth signs for this upcoming week? Also, daylight savings time begins next week on when this ends, so that'll be interesting. Our clocks are going to be shifting too, so more of that energy shift. Yeah. the energy this week for earth signs is definitely more choice based, and I definitely see this a lot less grounded. So see, look, it is that adjustments are required. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, so adjustments are required if you truly, and I do believe that you want to move forward. That's why I'm saying it so predominantly, that, you know, to get out of this, you got to be patient with yourself. You got to constantly work on that part of you that needs to be healed. You have to constantly treat your inner child with that love and respect that you didn't get from other people in the past. You have to parent yourself at this point, you know, when other people aren't there to parent you anymore. And you have to show yourself the unconditional love that you want to receive. Instead of treating your inner child like this, you're chained to it, and it's like, oh, if it wasn't for my childhood, then things would be so different, right? And it's like, what could you have done back then? We're all learning and we're all doing the best we could with the information we had at the time. And so when we were children, we were just perceiving the world as it was in front of us. We were constantly living in a mode of learning and absorbing. And so whatever it was, good or bad, there was no boundary set yet. Whatever it was, good or bad, it just came in. And so we were tied to that energy. But no longer. We don't have to be anymore. But that also requires your decision to do so, which I feel like you do this week. It looks really promising because the devil energy is just the one that I see that's like, oh, okay, it's a little icky. But the death card I don't see as a bad thing. That could definitely be the death of this devil energy, right? And we're birthing in new, beautiful potential, new, beautiful energies, new growth, healing. But adjustments are required. Like, you know, this third quarter moon, are we in a third quarter moon? I'm not even sure. But I do know that there is a new moon coming in, a new moon in Pisces, I believe, actually. So it's a perfect time to manifest the things that you do want. If it is to have this unconditional love, if it is to bring in this sense of childlike wonder, and if it is to sow the seeds, plant the seeds, and to bring fruit to whatever it is that you want to grow, you know, it's a co-creative process. You can't, you know, insanity is, you know, doing the same thing over and over and over again, expecting different results, right? So bringing things back into alignment with the things that you want. In order to get unconditional love, you gotta know what unconditional love feels like. You also got to know what unconditional feels like to your inner child. You also got to treat yourself with unconditional love, right? And it definitely doesn't come from, oh, if I perform this well, then I get to do this. If I perform blah, 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 it's an always thing. No matter how you perform throughout your day, whether how productive you are throughout your day, giving yourself that unconditional love allows for you to heal and to grow and to make sound decisions for yourself as well. Because when you love yourself unconditionally, you want to protect that, right? You want to make sure you keep those boundaries. It's like, oh, I've loved myself so much. I don't want anyone that has this energy to destroy that. So that's what I'm seeing there. Let's see another final message before we go into charms. I don't want to keep you here forever, but yeah, when I saw this, I was like, this is not scary at all. I love this. This is... and it's an interesting image to see both the devil and the lovers together, because if you notice that they're both winged creatures, and at some point, and I don't want to make it sound like, I guess, that it was a good thing, but at some point your ego protected you. And that's the part of unconditional love too, right? You're unconditionally loving that ego part of you that protected you at some point during your life. Your ego has helped you get out of certain situations, has protected you from certain situations, but that you need boundaries with that too, right? It's that impulse control. It's that control for, you know, those addictions to come back again, those addictive tendencies to be, say, codependent, right? At some point when you were younger, maybe your ego told you codependency helped you gain attention and affection from your parents or from your siblings or from a loved one. And so that's what helped you gain whatever, it helped you survive in that time. But now that we're grown, now that we're continuing to grow, and we can continue to grow in our own determination, with the knowledge that we've gained thus far, we can make our own decisions now. And so this is that adjustment, right? Adjusting to, okay, well, thank you so much for my ego for helping me for that long, but I got it now. I'll take it from here. My higher self will take it from here, and it's like, hey, inner child, I remember this time that we had together with the ego and they helped you, but I have you and I'm protecting you and I love you. Saying that to your inner child can help. It's nurturing those seeds, right? You can't grow a plant without sun, water, nurturing, soil, right? So it's just giving your inner child this sun, water, and soil. So let's see what final message Spirit has for you for this incoming week. So adjustments are required. Maybe, seeing things from a different perspective, making clear decision. It's like you can grow and you can also be happy while you're growing. You don't have to be like, oh my God, it's only in misery thus I grow. Or there's that, saying that's like, there's beauty in pain and pain is growth. And, that's not the only way you have to grow. Well, yes, you can shift your perspective of pain and shift your perspective of painful events, but that doesn't mean it has to always be that way, So this is the one. Okay, so we have this service card and says, you stop using the universe to try to get what you want and start asking love to use you. You offer all and want to be of service. Ironically, many desires become fulfilled without grasping or manipulation. So that's oh my God, that's exactly like these two energies, right? Instead of asking the inner, hey, I'm bound to this, this is more of that manipulative energy, right? Manipulation is feeling like you're tied to something, like you're chained to something, like you're bound to something. Whereas, without grasp, without manipulation, without need, that's this lover's energy here. So that's beautiful. I love that. That's gorgeous. Okay. So I'm going to move that here. Actually, we're just gonna, why not? Show them off. So now let's go into the charms. I was originally going to use my tea leaf. I just bought this deck. It's the tea leaf fortune cards. And I actually think I'm going to use this in another reading because I got some plans in the works, but I don't want this reading. This is already pretty long because I do get quite in depth with my tarot readings. So adding more cards will just make me talk more. But yeah, let's see what is coming, what the energy and incoming energy looks like for earth signs for this incoming week. Ooh, okay, so we have the number 33 in the self here. So these three, you can be seeing 333, I mean, this is a really synchronistic number already by itself, 33. Hey, it's also my lucky number. But 33 can definitely have that, since they're mirrored, is like looking towards yourself, right? These are kind of mirroring energies, mirroring in, the dark and light. It's that duality kind of perspective. And seeing where the adjustments are needed so you can make the best choices for yourself and for your healing and for the growth of the direction you want to go. And I'm like, I'm nudging you at the direction you want to go because I don't think you want to be here. So don't lie. So we also have lucky, and we have this little lucky charm in the travel section. So there could be some incoming luck in terms of travel. Maybe you're traveling to somewhere. I mean, yes, we are happy 1 year, I guess not so happy. I guess 2-week lockdown. I mean, it's not happy, but we're So still safely, but maybe you'll have some terms in finding some time to travel. We also have these two. That was so cute. Okay, so we have these two identical keys here, which is so interesting because we have some very mirroring energy, which is also the lovers here too. The lovers is also very twin flamey, very soulmate type energies, and I feel like you are unlocking something this week. Whether it's you have the keys to unlock a very strong potential, maybe in terms of, you know, the work, because there's work here. Well, it landed on this work segment, but I feel like this is more work on yourself, you know, unlocking those parts of your inner child in order to see you're unlocking those healing parts of your inner child in order to unlock something else. And I also kind of see this as an exchange of keys, right? Two locks of, you know, two keys of the same heart is what I'm getting. So maybe you're recognizing somebody that is in your life that you want to give this you want to exchange keys with. You know, it's not just the one key, it's an exchange, so it's mutual. That's beautiful, but it will require work, I feel like. I mean, yeah, because it's in the work. Or maybe you're unlocking something in terms of work. Oh, there's see, I knew I had to like look because I don't want to tilt it, but there's a little bunny here, and it's funny because it's a funny bunny. This bunny kind of makes me think of Thumper from Bambi. If you don't got nothing else to say, don't say anything at all. That kind of, my name's Thumper. Also with this pearl, one of the keys like landed like this, and so I thought the pearl was inside of this heart. I thought it was part of it, but it's not. But I'm kind of getting that maybe, you know, you're finding your pearl, and I feel like this little bunny is like that. It reminds me of the Six of Cups, like that very child, you know, imaginative, super cute, you know? It's like holding that pearl is your inner child, and you're treasuring my precious, you know. So that's what I see there. So you're finding what you cherish now this incoming week. Earth signs, and then we have the lollipop here in terms of travel. So you're traveling to the sweetness, right? I'm definitely seeing this as like we're getting out of this devilish energy. We're getting out of the addiction. We're finding the sweeter things in life, the sweeter things, you know, that when you were a child and you saw like for the first time you saw that big swirly lollipop, and you're like, whoa, those things exist. I thought those were only in cartoons and movies, and you're like, oh my god, this is amazing. That's why amusement parks are so fascinating, because it's kind of like bringing your inner child into the outer world. And so maybe you're traveling to an amusement park, I don't know. Maybe it's time to make plans to travel to an amusement park. And then we have this star here, which actually reminds me of the star card, which talks about renewal and hope. And this being in the home segment, I do see kind of like a renewal coming into the home. Also, this could be in regards to faith. So having faith in the abundance coming into your home, and a renewal, you know, a sense of hope, a sense of change, a sense of, okay, the stars are aligning. Like, oh, like I'm getting like a sigh of relief. And the number 17, which reduces to 8. So I'm getting that infinity sign there. I don't know why I thought I saw infinity sign somewhere here. But okay, I'm tripping. But yeah, this is like the number 8. So 8 is like infinity, things coming in and out. And it's interesting because in astrology, the 8th house is all about life and death. So things, you're changing the way you perceive home, or the same way you perceive what home is to you, right? Home at some point may have been like, oh my god, this is my, you know, that locked in your house, strict parents, like this is home. And you're figuring out what you truly desire in home. So that's beautiful. I love that. Have faith in what you desire, right? Have more patience in that too. And then in the love and friends part, I see there's a little dragon here, and the first message I'm getting is believe in the impossible. Believing in magic, believing in the magic of, you know, what you create with spirit and with the universe. And it's interesting because there's like more wings, and there's all these wings here. So we're flying, we're having more trust in the mysticism, in the magic with a K of life in terms of our love life. So many good things coming this week. I love that. I'm zooming this in. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end the reading here. Thank you so much for watching all the way through. If you did, please be sure to like and subscribe to my channel if this reading resonated with you. Let me know in the comments what you think. I might bring the fortune cards in, but I mean, see, this is already like 30 minutes long, so I just talk a lot, and I'm sorry, and sometimes yeah, my little brain just sees things and sees more things, and I'm like, oh, okay. So yeah, I hope that this brought some clarity. I hope this brings you some guidance for the upcoming week. I hope that, I hope that you do have a great week. I'm still pausing on the energy check-ins, but I am trying to incorporate more different readings through, like, in the week frame. I just have work. So I hope that you enjoyed, and I will see you all in another reading, okay? Take care, Earth signs. Bye.